Kaiba is like the real motherfucker in the show, you know? Like he's gonna have his spotlight.
Honestly, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh is actually is gonna take more than 2 turns now.
Bro, like, do you think you are him? Like, do you think you are Yugi's grandpa? Like, what's up?
But in the OCG, they make like full god boards.
Summon the right leg and then you summon the third leg. Like, what the f talking about? Like, it's even like the stick goes even in Lorcana or in your ass. You decide.
Bro, that shit comes with like
Bricks?
Enough bricks to build a house, bro. Like it is. Put this deck in a coffin.
Believe what your heart tells you, okay, guys?
It will destroy the format. It is by far like I think it's actually tier 0. I'm not even trolling.
Alright guys, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, we're going to be talking about the best decks for Yu-Gi-Oh in 2025. And today, I'm joined with Nesh. Hello, Nesh.
What's up, my brothers and sisters? Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Nesh. Merry Christmas. You know, Happy New Year, Nesh. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
And then we got Pac. Hello, Pac.
Yo, what's good, guys? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Yo, first and foremost, guys, yo. How was your New Year's, bro? Like, what's going on, Nesh? What's going on with you, bro? How was your New Year's?
Amazing.
Amazing.
I'm not a huge fan of fireworks, so I just found a place, chill, smooth, some drinks.
All right, Pac, how about you, bro? How's your New Year's?
Oh, just working, fam. You know what I'm saying? You got on that grind set. You feel me?
On that grind, teaching people how to play better at Yu-Gi-Oh, eh, or what?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ladies and gents. So today we're going to be talking about the best decks for 2025. We try to include all the possible new decks that has already been announced here for the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG up to Alliance Insight, which is absolutely insane. If we are missing some decks, please make sure you guys leave in the comments section below because us three right here, you know, we love to read your comments. Pac, can you explain us the tiers that we got here for the viewers at home?
Yes, of course. So all right, so we made 4 tiers for y'all to help, you know, kind of contextualize this tier list a little bit better. So of course we have the best decks. These guys are the strongest decks, and typically they're the ones that are dominating, you know, the regional tournaments, the YCSs. These are the decks that you have to have on your radar if you're trying to compete at the high level. Strong contenders are decks that, you know, they might not necessarily have that, like, you know, best deck moniker, but they are decks that can compete with like a really strong pilot, you know, like think of like your Ryan Hughes, you know what I'm saying, Jesse Cottons, like these are like those are the type of decks that, well, they're not necessarily bad, but will require exceptional play and strong pilot to perform. I mean, playable is like, you know, I would say these are the decks you kind of take to like, you play for fun, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the type of decks you go to locals with. Yeah, like you're just chilling. Maybe regionals. And the last year is a very special place. It's another card game. Like you play this shit, like might as well just like you could have actually used those hard-earned funds to just buy a Lorcana deck. You know, like it just makes more sense because like these decks are so bad, bro. Even a Lorcana deck would beat you.
All right, guys. So without further ado, let's start off with the very first deck, and I'm gonna give it to Nesh. Nesh, what do you think about Purrley? Like, where do you think Purrley's position is for the 2025 meta? Do you think Purrley's still good?
I think Purrley is hot. Purrley is hot.
Really?
Hot trash. Put that shit in there.
Really?
Yo, it's just Lorcana, bro. Like, you know.
Are you serious?
Dude, if you're summoning a on me, I'm gonna laugh.
If you what?
Yeah, like the mails, you know what I'm saying? You just can't do it because, bro, like, are you really trying to discard cards out of your hand to like, you know, play a card? Like, like in this economy, like it's just impossible, you know. Like,
activate quick spell, special summon cat, detonator pop. Activate another quick spell, special summon cat, detonator pop.
Yeah,
2 detonators and you are out of an end. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's not good enough. After my friend get popped, you chain will happy, right? Like you feeling nice, then you go chain detonate again. He's out of there.
Wow.
So it's just not good enough in the current format. And the thing is, with the way the format's been, super grindy, looking to out resource, you know, win grind games, which like the Purrley cards aren't really necessarily great at that. They used to be good at that, but with the way the format is shaping, especially Ogre being more popular, the meta is not good enough. Yeah. So Lorcana deck, unfortunately.
So 100% Detonator is a huge threat for Purrley. So puts it at like the very bottom tier. You would not even consider this deck to be playable for the fact that, you know, Noir is still a card. Pac, Nesh?
It's just like, I mean, also like if you look at the hand traps of the format that are popularized at the moment, it also beats Purrley. Like Ogre, when Ogre is not in the format, Purrley is like pretty good. Some people play Droll still, which could hurt this deck sometimes. it's just like the non-engine people are playing. Some people play, bro. Book of Eclipse is a main deck, a non-engine slot in Malice, bro. Like if you get Book of Eclipse in semi phase, like you make a YouTube video, ranting. Like that's what I did at least when I got Eclipse playing Purrley. So like I'm just saying that like it's a tough time to be a Purrley enjoyer. Like you got Eclipse, Ogre, you got all those ashes. Some people play Dominus Impulse. Like
I mean, imagine about Detonator, but that Detonator is basically a tier 0 card. Like that card, that card is broken.
So honestly, we're trying to be as honest as possible with these decks, so you guys can have a better idea on what to actually pick up and not waste your money on. So unfortunately, guys, Purrley is going to the Disney Lorcana tier. Hawk, what do you think about Snake Eyes moving into 2025? Snake Eyes, where do you think this card's positioning is?
You just said it, right? It's 2025. Like throw the shit away. Like you know what I'm saying? Like 2024 is the year of the fire. 2025 is the year of like long ass grind games and Fiendsmith enjoyers. Like
floor meta, baby, floor meta.
Yeah, this after losing original, you have no original. You have one ash, you got one pop. Like which doesn't even work anymore to get you there. Like it's too cope, Like it's just too bad.
How about Azamina? Like Azamina said original. Oh, sorry, original's banned. Sorry. Yeah. sorry.
Yeah, original getting hit. Like put this deck in a coffin.
All I'm saying is one bonfire outs Detonator.
Yeah, Nash.
Bonfire, popular, add subversion.
Okay, you have 4 of the cards that do nothing. Like afterwards, like you still need a way to win the game.
Yeah. I mean, did I disagree with you?
Yeah, it's true. He said that one bonfire does out the detonator. He's right. Mm-hmm. He's right.
Like, let's go joining Mickey Mouse at the Lorcana event. Put that shit there.
All right. So far, both 2 decks are in the Disney Lorcana tier. All right. Now we're on to Centur-ions. Pac, what do you think about
That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy because this seems like a Disney Lorcana party
I was about
event.
to say, I actually think it's playable because like. One of the key things you look for in a strong deck, or at least like a meta deck in like modern Yu-Gi-Oh, is how many 1-card combos it has. And I think the Centur-ion deck has
9,
that.
Right?
Yeah, it has I believe it has 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah, because it has 13, I believe. So because you have all the quick plays, you have the 3 field spell terraforming, you have the 6 names, right? Like Trudea Primera. So it's 13 1-card starters. Actually more than Detonator or like the Riser deck per se. So it has that, like that's a huge advantage for it, like having that many non-engine slots. And I think like the Bystial Centur-ion deck specifically is significant, like it's a lot stronger at the moment. So like the Centur-ion cards being able to utilize like the Bystial engine makes it actually sort of playable. Like that's why I would consider it playable. Not necessarily strong contender or best deck, but it's still playable. Like it has like the things that makes it a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck. Bunch of 1-card combos, a lot of non-engine, good in grind games.
Yeah, but the only thing that lacks into it's the grind game, right? Like there is no floor in playing the Centurion card.
That is true.
Your board is just really shit. Yeah, your board is really shit. Honestly,
the only like benefit on like what you said is definitely the Bystials being in the main deck. The fact that it's level 6 helps you get access to your level, 10 synchros. You know what I'm saying? Auxilia.
Chaos Angel is like
Chaos
absurd.
Angel.
Like it's a win con in itself in the format.
Yeah, Chaos Angel is really good. Bistro Dissipator is also really great. And the fact that it can also main deck Lubellion to get access to Regain, which can be problematic against the Malice decks. Yeah, you're right. This deck is not ass. Like, it is not an ass deck.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the worst. Like I think like you could play it and probably do okay with it still. Yeah.
True. All right, guys. So don't lose hope, Centur-ion players. This is going in playable. All right. Next we talk about Dark Magicians. We always talk about Dark Magicians.
Why every time it has to be me? Why don't you move the Macon Pack? No. Like I'm tired to get all the strings from the Dark Magician players.
I gave Pac Centur-ion, so we go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the middleman.
I understand, but why do I have to take the short stick every time? Put that shit in Lorcana. We know. How many times do I have to tell you? It's even like the stick goes even in Lorcana or in your ass. You decide.
Okay, but
you see the Dark Magician stick in his hand?
Nash, how about Dragoon?
Do I need to answer?
Yes, I'm asking. I'm being the middleman here. I'm trying to ask why you.
Okay, think what comes with the Dragoon? Tell me what comes with the Dragoon.
I'm in the gate, bro. I'm in the gate. You know.
No.
Dark Magical Circle.
Talking about the materials, boss.
Red eyes. Yeah.
Oh, red eyes, right? Don't we have to play Dark Magician and red eyes? Fam, it's 2025. If you do be playing vanilla, you're doing something wrong.
Hey, chill. I don't know if you can necessarily say that, right? Like we got the Primite cards coming soon.
Soon. It's not.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Vanilla's tier 1. Vanilla's tier 1 right now in OCG, bro. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay. Let me retrieve the sentence. You're right.
Okay, so does that mean that Dark Magician is somewhat playable? At least, Nesh?
Like, fam, maybe Primite Dark Magician, but like you coping crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you coping on crazy shit right now. Like you smoking that pack. Like it is. Like it is not.
There's no
it's
hope.
like
There's
you
no hope
off
at
the Primate engine.
Like, there's no hope at all, guys? Like, you guys give a little bit of hope? No hope? Like, is there like a hope? Is
no
there hope?
Fam, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kaiba is like the real motherfucker in the show, you know? Like, he is gonna have his spotlight. Almost won. I think, didn't Blue Eyes win Worlds? You ever see Dark Magician ever win anything? Like, never. Like, it was never even a tier deck ever, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, like, if you like anime decks, bro, like, look no further, okay? We'll talk about Blue Eyes soon.
Blue Eyes is actually, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, we'll talk about it.
These guys are assholes. I think this deck is like the strong contender for the meta, 100,000%. The fact that Eternal Soul,
tier 1, uncontested,
dark magical. The best decks is always subjective.
Best deck, and you tier 0.
The best deck is always subjective. Okay, guys, always subjective. Don't listen to what these guys got to say. If you want to play Dark Magician, you can go ahead and play Dark Magician. Okay. Anyways, guys, next off to Whitewoods. Pak, what do you think about Whitewoods, bro?
Bro, why would Azumina, especially like are we talking about like post Suda or like in general at the moment?
In general for 2025. This is all the support
okay, for 2025. Yeah, so I think they did a great job hitting original because they're and they didn't hit any of like the wanted engine, like the Sinful Spoils, like the Witch, the Able Star engine. Because Whitewoods Azumina are actually gonna see more cards that actually synergize with each other. And that's pretty exciting. The deck definitely lacks starters at the moment, but I think it has a really strong place in 2025. It's going to be a strong contender because I think that it has like a place. It will have a place in the format. So I think like I also think that like the overall like the deck is like very good into hand traps, like specifically like Veilers and Impermanence, because when you get to access to the synchros, a lot of like the White Forest monsters are able to tag them out to dodge imperms and stuff. So like that, like the deck is very strong to hand traps because like it's very hard to stop the Azaminas from summoning themselves. The White Forest from summoning themselves, and then they're getting a new card in Suda that's called, it's an Azamina card and a White Forest card. It has both the archetype names in it. So that's gonna be a really cool bridge, and I think it's gonna be pretty nice. I think like this is a type of deck that it's a strong contender, and I think a lot of people will play because they really like the lore, and some people will see success for sure. I do think the reason why I put it as a strong contender because you need to play it really exceptionally well, because it's just like a very grindy deck, and it's something that like it's not. I don't think it's like very intuitive, I would say. So
all right, okay, Nesh, any closing remarks for White Forest or no? What do you think?
White Forest, I don't see it without original. I thought about it. We tested a couple of lists. We're trying to cope a little bit. Like the deck right now, I cannot really define a place for it. Like it does not seem good from what I have tested, but might be wrong. Things might change. New cards might come out. So far, so good. The deck is not it right now.
Okay, so you guys would think it's playable or what?
Think might be playable at best.
Pak, what about you?
Yeah. I can see it being playable, but the thing is, the reason why I put it as strong contender because when Suda gets released, and by the time this deck is finally viable, there might be new ban lists that shapes the meta, and I think that might make it like strong, for that reason. And it's also like, it's also like pretty good into like the Primite cards, and that might be like a lot more meta. So I think like. It kind of depends on how the meta ultimately shapes up, but it's not like, but if you just read the cards themselves, they're very high quality cards, right? So like the new support that they got is actually really good. Like you read them and you're like, okay, like something's like really good here. And you just got to kind of figure out and kind of like mesh it together.
I can tell you what's missing there. It's basically original.
Yeah, original is missing because it gets access to the Snake Eyes, but I don't think you need to play the Snake Eyes cards to make it good. Like I think like the White Force, like the trap being the monster being a book of clips that's not once per turn that you can do twice is strong in the format. Like that.
but
that is
you
a
agree,
strong-
but you saw what the OCG people were doing, right? With Snake Eye, with Sprint into the Azamina stuff.
In the OG they actually play it pure too. Like they actually more people play it pure than with the Snake Eye stuff. Like the Snake Eye stuff kind of died away because they lost a lot of like the Snake Eye cards are like they lost a lot of Snake Eye cards. So like people play it pure now. The only thing that the OG has that we don't have is Baron, and that is definitely something that makes it a lot worse for us. But in the OG they make like full god boards like with the White Force Azamina stuff because of Baron Defleur. Like that's like the only thing that's really missing. Like I've been testing the deck a lot and it's missing that really strong synchro 10 that you can make. But like overall the cards are pretty high quality. You can put it in playable as well because it does kind of depend on how the meta ultimately shapes up and what the meta looks like when a ban list does drop. Like right now without Suda, without anything, I think it's playable at best. Yeah.
For playable also means, you know, potential as well, right? These cards so has potential to be really great depending on the ban list and also depending on what, you know, gets hit or what doesn't get hit. So it all depends, but it's not completely trash like these decks that these guys mentioned earlier. So all right, so that's it for White Force. Now let's go on to Nesh. We got Mitsurugi, the new reptile archetype that's coming out of Supreme Darkness. So Nesh, what are your thoughts on this deck?
Okay, so Mitsurugi has a very strong starter, which is Sagi. And Sagi searches a Mitsurugi spell or trap from the deck to your hand. You can search the ritual spell. That's basically Mitsurugi ritual. That has 2 ways to ritual summon, which is amazing. Like we never saw, like we did kind of seem like something like that, but never as strong as the Mitsurugi ritual. Because you can tribute from the deck to summon from your hand, or you can tribute from your hand or field to summon from the deck, which is kind of broken. And Mitsurugi, every time they get tributed, they trigger their additional effect in order to add a spell or trap Mitsurugi. Okay? They're like, you know, like generally speaking, you use the ritual, tribute the monster, trigger the monster. Okay? Yes. The boss monster is R, Futsu, and the other one is Murakumo.
Yes.
Now Murakumo is basically a Raigeki. Like it actually blows up the entire board of your opponent whenever you need to.
So it's like a butler.
Because you're gonna tribute it in the opponent turn.
Is it like a battle butler? It's literally a battle butler, right? The new ritual?
It's basically a battle butler, yeah. Whenever you need to, but like you need other cards in order to tribute it, right? Like, but you're gonna set up the board in order to tribute it.
Yeah.
And then there is Futsu, which basically gives you recovery. And then there is the trap card that you search by engine. That it's an Omni negation, basically purification.
Wow.
And gives you also follow-up. So this deck has definitely a place. And currently in the format there are 2 variants of this deck. There is the reptile variant with Ogdoadic, and there is the Ryziel variant, because the key card that bridges the Ryziel cards with the Mitsurugi card that are reptile is Feral Limbs. Feral Limbs is not once per turn. It's not hard once per turn. And you can summon it multiple times using Twins of the Eclipse, which is basically one of the best cards I ever saw in my life.
What's it called? Twin of the Eclipse? What's that? What is that?
Twins of the Eclipse.
It's like a new XYZ that they just printed for fun.
Wait, Twins of the Eclipse is a new XYZ? Like, what does it do? Like, can you guys pull it up? Can you guys pull it up? Can you read the effects?
So basically, in order to exist summon Eclipse, you can treat any rank 4 on the board as a material, as a level 4. So basically, now you can use rank 4 in order to make an XYZ.
Well, like one rank 4 can turn into a Twin of the Eclipse?
No. 2 rank 4s.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Spright. It's like gigantic Spright.
It's basically gigantic Spright, as you said. Like you can use a level 4 and a rank 4 in order to make Twins of the Eclipse.
Okay.
And when it's sent to the graveyard, you target 2 XYZ in the graveyard. You summon one and you attach the other as material. So the way it works is you're gonna reborn multiple times the Twins of the, like you're gonna reborn multiple times the Edge Imps.
That's crazy.
And you're gonna use it multiple times.
There's still a lot of tweaking and twinkering that you need to kind of do to get the right ratios, the right combos. But I think it's definitely something that should be on your radar in terms of you don't want to get blindsided by it if you show up to an event.
I would say it's definitely a strong contender, in my opinion.
Yes, I think it's a strong contender for now. I know, like, Steven.
Yeah, people are trying to solve it, but right now we have
they're
no
all
answer.
trying to solve it right now, but also at the same time been hyping it up. But I haven't, from what I've seen so far, I haven't been that impressed, because you have to keep in mind it's a ritual deck at the end of the day, fam. Like,
you lose the
know what ritual decks mean? It loses barrier, but also the fact that, bro, that shit comes with like
bricks,
enough bricks to build a house, bro. Like it is.
Oh
like,
wait. So okay, so what? From my understanding is that if you're playing this in the Rizio version, you're playing like 6 bricks in the deck, I guess, right?
Like bare bricks, like 6, 7 bricks.
Oh, 6, 7 bricks. Like, okay, so you're playing like a high risk, high reward, right? Like high risk, high reward.
Yes.
So,
but if you're going to a YCS, you're playing, you're playing 10, 11, 12 rounds.
Yeah, it's very hard to not break.
It's very hard to not break at least once or twice, and you want to have as many controllable games as possible, right? Like the whole idea of like going to YCS is you want to mitigate as much variance as possible, and the way you control your variance is to, like, one of the factors is building the correct deck, and then also accounting for like correct ratios so that you can last a long tournament. Like going to a 12-round tournament, you play this shit and you go like, you know what I'm saying, you break 2 rounds, bro, you're X2. You might just get unlucky 1 round, take an uncontrollable loss, X3 out the tournament, So I think that's something that you kind of have to like figure out, and then and like be willing to accept that risk to kind of play. But I definitely like am not like necessarily the biggest fan of it, but I do recognize how powerful it is because of how hard it is to hand trap and how powerful it is when it finally does go, when it goes off, basically.
Okay.
So,
wait, so question, are these fire types or what?
No, dark.
Oh, they're all dark.
They're dark. Yeah, so they actually lose the Bestials too. So Bestials are actually pretty good non-engine into them.
Wow. Okay. So so they lose the Bestials. That's crazy. And it's like, and right now currently we're in a Bestial format.
Yeah, everyone's playing Bestials. Yeah, they love like Lebellion everywhere, left and right.
Okay.
Like Tenpai is a viable deck again just because of that.
All right.
I want to have a 3 Magramut.
You missed 3 Magnemut, Nesh? You missed 3 Magnemut.
I miss my boy.
How much you miss it? Like what would you have him back? Like,
I would kiss him. I would kiss it.
Like where? Where, in the lips or in the cheek? What do you think?
On the cheek.
All right, so where would you guys put this? Ready? Mitsurugi, where?
Strong contenders.
Strong contender. Okay. All right, guys. Off the bat, new TCG exclusive, Mitsurugi, strong contender. All right, guys. Now we're going to be digging a little bit further into the future. So now we're on to Alliance Insight, okay? And we're talking about new cyber support. Let's generalize Cyberse as a whole, excluding Malice, okay? So we're just talking about Cyberse, okay? What are your thoughts on like the new adding Nisser stuff? This is like Kotaku adding Nisser, right? This is the one that's like an Omni negate banish, right?
Oh my god.
This card's broken.
Put that shit in the best deck. Like, put this in the best deck, bro. Like
this for sure? Like
that?
Like
yes.
That card is broken.
Not even close. The Ignister Cyberse, like, Malice shit is disgusting. Like, in the OCG, you don't see anything about it right now because it's not out in the OCG yet. I will put any amount of money when it finally comes out in the OCG. It will destroy the format. It is by far, like, I think it's actually tier 0. I'm not even trolling. And I know like people use that term briefly, but the deck is so ridiculously broken, plays through like infinite hand traps, and puts up an Omni Negate in a current format.
Guys, are not some. When we say tier 0, we mean it.
Okay. What the hell?
Yeah, okay, so yeah. So hold on.
It's you, Nash? Well, like, what you said? Like, you say it again? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Can you say it again, fam?
No, nothing. I'm agreeing, obviously, with Pac that it's very...
Bro, do you have your trophy at the back somewhere or no?
This one's like Latonia, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
First one.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Hey, Nash.
I already have one too. Some guys see your trophy. Come on, show us your pro.
Yo, Nash. Yo, Nash. Can you can you show us your trophy or no? Can you bring it for show and tell?
I don't.
Hey guys. By the way, I actually don't have my trophy here with me because it's at my house, but I do have 2 prize cards with me.
He doesn't have it.
Okay.
That was a stunt. Him winning at YCS was a stunt.
Look at that.
Exposed. He paid Konami for that.
Yo, Pac.
Imagine paying people to make you win.
Yo, Pac, can you read what the last sentence says or no?
The winner of the first LATAM YCS?
Damn, that's crazy. Yo, Nash, that's kind of crazy, no? Hey, yo, So back to Ignister support. So you guys think like this archetype as a whole, Cyberse as a whole, remember guys, you guys, we'll talk about Malice later once we go down the line, because we know that Malice is a very, very strong deck in 2025, but you guys are solid, like are solid on this thing being the best deck for sure.
You can actually play pure Ignisters again, like, and it's disgustingly broken. Like like the Cyber scores are, I don't know if you read, have you ever like, that's why Josh always mauls about Cyber scores, because he's like, bro, why are some of these extra cards some of the most custom extra cards ever? Exhibit A, Access Code Talker, Splash Mage. Literally, Splash Mage is like Elf. I don't like. There's no diff. Transcode Talker, like this is another Code Talker, by the way. The new Omnigate is another Code Talker. Like literally the Cyberse extra deck is some of the most broken extra deck cards ever. In the game, like I'm not even trolling. Link
Cyberse was designed in order to make links real. Like Cyberse was literally the archetype designed
they were the first,
for links.
They were the first links, right? So yeah, they just have like some of the best extra decks I've ever. Like Terahertz is an Omega custom card, by the way. Omega custom.
Yeah,
like,
that card is crazy. That card is crazy. That card is crazy. I do agree with you on that one.
You know you can add on both Terahertz and the Omni-Negate.
Yes.
The new like.
Yes, I do know about that.
I cannot wait for this to come out. Like I think for our Nats, it'll be live. So for by the time Nationals comes for us, you know, like this will be live. I think so. It should be exciting.
I cannot wait to play this deck.
Okay, guys. Honestly, I'm very excited too. You know, I'm Pak and Nesh both converted me to become Cyberse lovers. So I'm actually very excited to see on what this deck does in about 6 months, guys. Remember, we're getting Suda. And then I believe this is 6 months, right? 6 months?
Yeah, by the time Nats comes out, because it's not even out in OCG yet. Like that's how that's how far ahead it is.
Wait, so what's the set before that? Do you know?
I think there's like another side set right after Supreme Darkness. That releases the Tachyon.
Right? Like Maze of Millennia?
Yeah, Maze of Millennia. Yeah, that'll be the set that releases the 7th Tachyon spell that we don't have yet.
All right, guys. So we're putting Ignisters and Cyberse as a whole in one of the best decks for when it comes out. Remember, guys, 2025 is huge, and from what we have gathered with the release and the leaks so far, we can confidently put this as the best deck for when that time comes. And obviously, when the time comes, there'll be a bunch of ban lists as well that helps, remove, the old decks that we have and to promote the new ones. So, Code Talker at Ignister looks absolutely insane. All right, guys. Okay, Fox. So how good is Crystron? I actually don't know about it either.
Bro, guys, Crystron's is absolutely amazing. The new support it got is ridiculous.
Yep.
Like if you literally read them as literally custom cards. Like Suflodode is literally a mill 2. You have the new Crystron spell that wrote us for anything, and Tristalos, which is the cover art that of the tier list here, is absolutely just crazy because it helps you dodge the big hand traps like Impermanence Failures.
True.
So the deck has a couple weaknesses that makes me not put it in the best deck, which is Dweller and Lancia, right? Which are pretty, like, Lancia is pretty popular in because of Malice, and Dweller is a card that people just have in their extra deck, or some people even side it. So but the deck overall is really good. It puts up a lot of disruptions. It's able to play around Nib. It has a lot of 1-card combos, but it doesn't have enough 1-card combos for me to put it in the best deck. Because it only has like I believe it has only about like 7. Yeah. And for you to get to like 10 1-card combos, you have to play Terratop. So I just think that like it is good. But it just lacks like that little consistency to push it to the next level, I would say. But definitely the cards are really high quality. They'll be legal for Suda. So for people going to Wise Orlando, Wise Birmingham, like this deck is not even playable, like actually strong contender. And can definitely catch a lot of people off guard. I think that it's harder for like a known player to play a deck like Crystron's because like you'll get Dwellered game 1, but like but the other issue with Dweller is that like if you lose game 1 playing Crystron's, even if you win game 2, you're facing game 3 with the Dweller, so you need to build your deck to like answer that. But I think that if you don't get Dwellered or you don't get Lancia'd, the deck can pop off and play through multitudes of hand traps and put up a very like insane board. Funny enough, like the best Crystron card ever, it's actually banned. Hulky Fibrax.
Yeah. Needle Fiber? Do you know that?
Yeah,
Needle Fiber?
Yeah, Hulk would be crazy. And especially in the deck. But yeah, I think the deck is really good. And I really do like it. It's definitely a deck that I see myself playing at the regional level, at least for me.
Just to try it out. Just to try it out to see test.
Just to try it out and play it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cards are sick. And it's really, I think, affordable too, price-wise. So for people looking for like strong budget decks, like this is definitely one of them, I would say.
True.
So
wait, so this deck right here isn't like an engine deck? It's literally like a full on deck, like a full. Like you're playing pure Crystron.
Yeah.
It's not like an engine, right?
Yeah, it's like a pure Crystron deck. And it has some really neat ways to play around like Nibiru too, which is another key thing that decks need to be able to do. It doesn't lose Abyssals because it's all like water. It can play Dominus Impulse because it's all water as well. Like there are some light extra cards you make, so some people end up not playing Impulse because of that reason, because you can go into Cyber Dragon, Infinity, and before you make Infinity, you go into Nova, right? So you make Nova first, because basically Crystrons have a bunch of level 5s and level 2s, and they have some 3s and 4s, but the main ones you play are the 2s and the 5s. So because they're all machines, you can access like Nova, and if your opponent tries to nib you, when Nova is nibbed or leaves the field by your opponent's cards, you can summon Makaba. So and then Trishtalos, which is the new card, has a really neat interaction around nib too, where if your opponent tries to nib you, you can go chain Trishtalos, which summons any Crystron from your deck and performs a synchro, which is literally broken.
That's crazy.
And
it summons
so
from
you would
deck
summon you summon from deck and you immediately perform a synchro with that monster.
That's
so
insane.
you can summon like a Sufodode, or you can summon a Sulfaneer from the deck and perform a synchro summon of a card you guys all know, which is Samurai Destroyer, right? Which is typically a card used to beat Yubel, but Samurai Destroyer has a secret effect that people don't know, that when it's whenever it's sent to,
so people don't know because they don't read.
Yeah, when it's sent to the graveyard, it can reborn itself, but it can actually reborn any machine monster in the grave.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, all the Crystrons are actually machines. So
you guys are insane. Wow.
Yes, the deck is definitely like super nice. Plays really well around like all the hand drops at the moment too. I think it's good. I think it's actually really good. The only thing holding it back is the fact that you can get Dweller and Lancia. Like these type of floodgate type cards are just disgusting, right? So
yeah.
But I mean, Raizo is the best deck and it loses barriers, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
True.
It's just something that you need a good game plan for, right? That's why like some people add Fiendsmith to beat barrier. So if you have a good way to combat the Dweller Lancia issue in the deck, then it could actually be fine.
Wow. All right, guys. Okay, so one thing. So I want to get your guys' opinion on this. So obviously, for the OCG ban list, Dweller got banned. You guys think that they'll implement the exact same thing that like that here in TCG, or no? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I hope so. The timing which Dweller was broken, it should have already been banned since years. Like the thing is, when Dweller is broken, he's extremely broken.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, especially like
what's funny? Right? So yeah, especially in tier form. It's funny because like in tier form, you can actually win through Dweller majority of the times if you can actually outplay. It wasn't the easiest, but you can actually still win under Dweller. But I think the reason, but to go back to the point of like Dweller being banned, the reason why that actually happened was because Orcust, which we'll talk about later, is it's one of the best decks right now, like up there with Primary Blue Eyes in the OCG, even surpassing Raizo, funny enough, in the OCG, because of Dweller getting banned. Literally, all it took was Dweller getting banned, and Orcust right now is like literally tier 1, like one of the top 2 decks right now that's performing.
I mean, it's like you give a deck a Link 1 and obviously it's gonna like explode in terms of power level, right?
Yeah,
like you're giving Orcust a Link 1, like obviously everything changes, because now if I open a DARP, that shit was us. Now if I open a DARP, that's way different.
All right, so Crystron's, where do you guys put it? Strong contender for sure, Puck, or no?
Yeah, strong contender for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Okay, Nesh, how about Millennium, bro? How about Exodia? Like, what do you think about Exodia?
I already told you that playing vanilla in your deck ain't it. Why do you think that plays 5 is it?
No, but Detonator can't pop Exodia. It can't be destroyed by card effects.
Okay, gives a fuck.
Okay,
did I ask?
Is it at least good or something, or no?
No, it's not. You have to play, bro. Like, do you think you are him? Do you think you are Yugi's grandpa? Like, what's up? Like, do you think that every of your game is gonna be you being Yugi against Kaiba and draw the 5 pieces because your grandpa deck does not contain awful cards, like or shit like that? I don't know the quote, but you got it.
So,
you think that 5 bricks in your deck is gonna make you win 11 rounds in a YCS? Like, you really think that you're not gonna draw them? No, right. What's up? Like, answer to me.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for being honest, guys.
My grandpa deck does not contain bad cards.
Guys, believe in your heart. Believe in what your heart tells you, okay, guys? Believe what your heart tells you. If you want to play this, you can play this. Don't listen to Nesh. All right, because I play this. Don't listen to him. I think this deck is somewhat playable, but Pac, what do you think?
Yeah, it's actually funny because I actually don't even think these cards are that bad. Like it's actually like I'm pretty sure it's playable with Primite. Isn't there like a Primite version of this deck with Heart of the Blue Eyes and stuff?
Yeah, bro. Like se attivate Primite, summon the left leg, summon the right leg, and then you summon the third leg. Like, what the f are you talking about?
Hey, fuck it, that doesn't work. Hey, honestly, yeah, it's honestly thinking about it now. Because Ankh shuffles everything back, anyways, right?
But like, I'm trying to summon the left leg.
Do not joke. Yo, Sam, if you play that, would you play the Little D?
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Settle Kaiba.
Best deck, bro.
Are you guys trolling or no? This is actually real.
What could be? I would say strong contender, top strong contender.
Nah. You're trolling. Best deck for sure, bro.
Really, Puck? Really?
Bro, I can easily explain this. Okay, right now, Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is about having the strongest floor, and what I mean by in a deck, what I mean by that is like decks that can do a lot with very little. Okay. This is a great example of that type of deck.
Even Sam can do a lot with very little.
Hey, yo, bro, can you elaborate on that, bro? Or what? Can you elaborate that, Nesh? Elaborate.
Go on, go on.
Yeah, anyways, Heraldic Seals. So no, like the deck is really good because like you can literally like your board isn't like crazy. You don't make a crazy oppressive board, but you have a very strong recursive engine in the form of the Primite cards, right? They're getting a new Primite monster called Beryl in Suda, which is already out in the OCG. Like Supreme Dragon is already out in the OCG, but the Beryl is very broken because it can it adds itself back to the hand every standby phase as long as you have a vanilla in the grave or field. So you can already see some of the recursion loops, right? Which is a key factor in what makes a strong deck in the format. Like the reason why Fiendsmith is so good is because of the resource loops it produces, right? The Primate cards are very similar in that essence, where like Barrow recycles itself every single turn, right? And the Drill Beam, which is one of the main interruptions in the Primate engine, resets itself from the graveyard every single turn. And it's a really broken interruption. It's like a negate, and then whatever it negates, it also banishes. So it hot reds a card, it targets a face-up card. So you can actually target spells and traps as well with this, and then it negates it and then banishes it. So you can see like setting that every single turn is like, remember in 2019 when Salamangreat gets to that point in the grind game where they set back Rage Roar every turn.
Yes.
You can never, and you know how you can never come back. That's what this deck does. So it basically it's very similar. Like it's because right now, like in the OGC specifically, they have double max C. 9 chummies.
That is crazy.
9 chummies. 9 chummies was 2 maxis, so that's basically 11 maxis. Okay, and so that's what I meant by you need a deck that has a really strong floor, be able to do a lot with very little. Like what I mean by very little is like it doesn't need to commit many actions or summon much from the deck. Fam, Heraldic Seals, set Drill Beam, go, and it's good enough. Like it gets
like
you
dead
there.
ass. That's all you gotta do.
Yes, because you have to keep in mind from your opponent's perspective, they're playing like bare hand traps, right? So like they're drawing the hand traps and stuff, but their engine trying to push through a seal and trying to push through the Drill Beam, which imprims and banishes the card, is very difficult. So and that's not including the fact that like the Primate Blue Eyes deck can play 18 non-engine slots to support that board. So the board isn't like that's the board it produces, but it has a lot of like support cards in the form of non-engine to make it so that it should get there to the next turn. And yeah, like I said, it has a very strong recursive engine, and that is like definitely one of the key things for sure. Like obviously you have the Blue Eyes structure deck as well that gave it some really good support cards that makes like Blue Eyes an actual deck.
Yes.
But I would definitely say that like the low to the floor mid-range grind game Blue Eyes deck is like kind of like the way to go right now because of all the chummies. You can definitely play combo Blue Eyes, make explosive boards, make the new synchro, all that crazy jazz, whatever you say. But definitely like right now, like what makes the deck good is like how it plays in like that long grind game, recursive type strategy at the moment. So it's gonna be good. I have no doubt it's gonna be broken.
My main concern are the end boards, because if I remember correctly, the new monster is Fiend, right? Or am I tripping?
No, Barrel's a dragon, I believe, right? Or no?
Beryl is a dragon.
I have to double check. I think, or maybe it's Barrel's a dragon. So it has synergy because the new monster, Primite Beryl, is a dragon monster, and it can turn into the Link 1 for the blue eyes. So
yes.
And Barrel also has another effect where it can tribute itself to send any normal monster from the deck to the graveyard. So that's how you get the blue eyes in rotation in order to make it so that you can make erratic seals. Like one Barrel is erratic seals plus drill beam.
That's crazy.
Okay, now that works. Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Wait, am I confusing it with the other card? What's the other card? The Primite, maybe it's the Fiend one?
Yeah, the other one is the Fiend one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I was confusing it with the Beryl. Okay, yeah, that's why.
No. Barrel is... No. Actually, I don't think you're confusing anything. You're just dumb, Nesh, actually.
Oh, no, you're right. No,
All of them are dragons.
You're right. It's a dragon.
Primates are all dragons,
never
bro.
mind.
Bro, where'd you get Fiends from?
No, because it looks like a Fiend. For some reason, I remember that like it was a Fiend, so it was stuck in my mind.
So you're making fun of people not reading, and you're not reading, or no?
Exactly. Nesh, yeah. Nesh, you're actually the worst example.
Dude, the cards come up in 3 months, and we already know the combos. What the f*** are you talking about?
Like, look, I'm just ahead, bro. Look, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be one step ahead.
You do ads, yeah.
Nesh, you're just
one step ahead, bro.
So Nesh, you're just a capper. This is what differentiates, a YCS champion versus non-YCS champion, eh, Nesh? How do you not know about this, Nesh? How do you not know about this, Nesh? Anyways, all right, next deck. All right, Nesh, do you know about this? Heraldic Beast?
Oh, I don't. I actually started.
Heraldic Beast. I used to play it in the past. Like it was what 2014.
Pak, I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Do you know what this card does, bro? It's the first XC that actually makes a monster have an unknown name, eh? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Yeah, that is, I think, kind of like what's really cool about it, because I think it's like the first of its kind.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like obviously the Heraldic cards actually have a lot of insane synergy with Bryziels.
Wow,
and I think
level 4s. Exactly.
So now we start to see like a pattern where because Ryziel standalone is just not good enough. Like we've seen that already at YCS Anaheim. So we need supplementary engines to kind of like enhance the engine. It's also not only from a power level standpoint, but also consistency. Like there's about 12 starters in Ryziel, but 12 starters is not enough. Like the best math you usually look for is like 14 1-card starters, right? So it's missing 2 from like the ideal math, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's what because we know this from like the Prankit theory, like back in the day. And so the Heraldic cards are really nice because they make the end board crazy, like better, like insanely better. And they also bridge to Ryziel. So like it's not like you're playing an engine that's good like stand alone. It's like the 2 engines actually works together and they bridge to each other, which is why, like, for example, Mitsurugi Ryziel is good because like it's not like Voiceless Ryziel where the cards by them they work together, like they don't conflict with each other, but they don't get to each other, whereas the Heraldic cards are different because they do. And I think that's is definitely like one of the things you want to look for in trying to determine like if it makes sense to mesh decks together. But definitely the Ryziel, like I think Heraldic Beast deck is definitely going to be like once it, I don't believe it's out in the OCG yet, but once it's out, I definitely see that just like...
Dude, don't even the OCG have this card. How am I supposed to know those cards?
Nesh, okay, I'm not sure, Nesh. How does Pac know these cards, Nesh?
Like,
Nesh,
come
what are you
on,
saying
man. Like,
right now? Oh, no, Nesh, okay.
You gotta stay in the loop.
Okay,
you gotta stay in the inner circle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, guys, 20 inner circle. Honestly, I'm there. That's why I know about it, Nesh. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join, we got you, Nesh. We got you, Nesh. You want to join? Yeah. Okay, all right. No problem, all right, so Pac, you put in strong contenders for sure there.
I would say strong contender. The only reason why I don't say it's best deck right now because even in the OCG, we don't know how it's doing it because we don't see it out yet. But the thing is, the deck does a lot. So when it does too much, that's when the Full Roast, Max Seed, all those cards still hurting. Start to hurt a little bit more. It's like you're looking for the strong floor decks. It's probably a strong contender because of how strong the boards are and how like they work together. But and you probably have the Ryzo to like go back on if you get Full Roast or Max Seed or whatever, right? Because you just make Detonator pass. So it's probably still, that's why it's still like a fine deck, even though it tries to do or like combo off and like do all this crazy shit. You feel me? Like it has a Ryzo to like as a backbone to kind of like lean back on, which I think is definitely nice. In case you do get like infinite hand traps.
True. All right, guys. So Heraldic Beast for now definitely is strong contenders. We're yet to see how powerful this deck is going to become in the OCG. You know, we haven't seen it just yet because Alliance Insight is not out in the OCG. But from what we can speculate, you know, from what Pak and I are understanding, not Nesh, but Nesh, I hope you know what the deck does now. You know, it's really good with Rise Heals. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a strong.
It's really
contender.
Good. All fours. All level fours.
All level fours. So
level
Nesh,
4 like
Nesh,
beast and stuff. Yeah.
Nesh, do you know what Rise Heal Detonator does? If just so if you don't know, you can ask us. You know, right? You know what Detonator does, Nesh?
Yes,
okay, so you're definitely gonna know what the next deck does. So Voiceless Voice, Nesh. Are you familiar with this deck, Nesh?
Yes, I do. I am familiar with the deck.
Okay, so do you know what it does?
It's one of the most hated decks during the Master Duel Cup. So obviously I know that deck.
Okay, so Nesh, so where would you position this deck?
Okay, I think this deck is playable, but and it's not strong contender for a very specific reason. It's the amount of flex spot that this deck can allow in itself. Right? Because you can play it with Ryziel, you can play it with
Wait, how do you play with Ryziel? How do you play with Ryziel?
Because
what's the bridge?
It doesn't conflict with X.
Yeah, it doesn't conflict, but there's no synergy.
Oh, there's always,
it just doesn't conflict. But it means your deck is. It means Voices is so shit. Like you need Ryziel now.
like it's the same reason. It's the same reason why they were playing Ostinato, right? In the deck.
Oh, just survives just because you can throw it in there.
The deck can literally throw anything in it. Like it's literally just a knot pot in which you can put like several different kinds of meats, and then you and then you check which one Lowe's likes most, and then you play it.
You put different types of meats. So you're basically making a stew, and then Lowe has to choose what type of meat she likes most. What? How did you come up with that, Nesh?
So.
What the heck?
Because she you see she's a missionary right now.
She's a missionary. Okay, she's a missionary.
Yeah, she's a missionary.
Okay, all right, cool. All right. So where would you put this, Nesh?
This one playable.
Okay, all right. Okay. Nesh, honestly, since I'm gonna try to give all the new decks to Pak because you know nothing about the new decks. So I'm gonna give you another one. Where do you think Floowandereeze places, Nesh? There's only one correct answer, by the way. There's only one correct answer. Pak, there's only one correct answer.
If you wanna be my lover, don't play Floowandereeze. That shit lasts forever. That shit always breaks.
Okay, yeah, keep going. Keep going, bro.
If you wanna be my lover, Floowandereeze is us. If you wanna be my lover, draw 5 cards and pass. If you wanna be my lover, don't play Floowandereeze. Yeah, Lorcana.
Nesh, you actually have a really nice voice.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, Pak, yo. Do you know what this card does?
Oh
the new Evil Heroes, bro.
The new Evil Heroes, yes.
I actually like this deck. The deck is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Sam calls me up. He's like, "Yo, bro, the hero cards are crazy." So I'm like, "Okay, hold on. Let me look into them."
No,
okay?
I checked them. They are us.
Wait,
no. Yo, Nesh is behind. Nesh is
actually
behind.
Doom Prison. Actually, yo, let me
Doom Prison.
Doom Prison.
Yeah, it says for cost.
Doom Prison says for cost, which is absolutely insane. All right, guys. Yes. You guys, okay. Just talk about heroes in general.
It's unplayable. You're not gonna play that deck.
Nesh, honestly, bro, you are behind. You are so far behind.
I'm not behind. I actually read the card.
You are the bottom, fam. You're just automatic. Anyways, guys, just ignore Nesh. Hey, Val, just whatever Nesh says, you just mute him, okay? You just put a mute button on Nesh and let us talk.
The new fusion is also really good. The Inferno Wing, like that, is like the new fusion you go for now in the combos.
Exactly. Yeah. Inferno Wing is absolutely insane. And also, like, having the boss monster and also the trap. You guys know the new trap? Pak, you know the new trap?
Yeah, the new trap is an Omni Negate. Like, finally, heroes have an Omni Negate, right?
Which is absolutely crazy.
That's like gonna be. It's gonna be insane, yeah.
Oh yeah, so, finally Hero receives the support that any other decks received 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why it's good now. That's why it's good.
But it's actually better because I remember, because the dark. Remember, I think because I was watching a lot of like OCG deck profiles because it's actually out in Asian English countries. It's actually already out. Like I believe like in like the Philippines, and like some other areas, they actually have this deck out already. And I believe it comes out of Supreme Darkness already, but they're like a little bit ahead of us. And yeah, the trap card is also really crazy because it can shuffle back hero monsters from your grave or banish back into your extra deck. So you're able to like play like you don't have to play like because your extra is gonna get a lot tighter with a lot of like the new evil hero cards that are coming out. But the Dark Supremacy card, like the hot red, it can shuffle back those extra cards you make and put them back in the deck. So it's actually crazy broken.
Yeah, Dark
so it gives you like a really good grind game.
Yeah, Dark Spright is crazy. And also, you know, back to what heroes are really great at doing, their cards are really high quality. They're actually the cards in their deck are truly one card combos. Cards like a Hero
that's
Lives.
just broken.
Like a Hero Lives is broken. Remember, guys, yo, Fusion Destiny is still really broken as well, which is a 3-of in the deck. You know, you got E-Call, Stratos is a 1-card combo. Ferris with any discard is also full combo, which is absolutely insane. And also with the new Evil Hero cards, you can actually play into Nib a bit better. Obviously, the deck still kind of loses to Droll, which is kind of annoying, which is a huge problem. But depending on what the format is, right? You know, if Droll's really popular, the deck might not be the greatest, you know, selection. It also is a bit weak to, obviously, to Shifter as well. But you know, you can also play cards like Lancia, which is
but the full board is like insane.
Yes.
It's like you have like Dark Law,
bro.
You have like
do you know what Evil Assault
board
does?
wipe,
bro.
Evil Assault is crazy. Yeah, bro. I've been watching on the profiles. People only play 2. I'm like, bro, you have to play 3. This card's like literally emergency teleport for like the
for
hero
heroes,
deck.
which is crazy.
And then you just summon like the Doom Prison, and then that's just combo by itself because you can either send the Shadow Mist, and then that just searches you Stratos, and then you can just combo. You can send Mali, like it's actually just broken. Yeah, actually crazy. Evil Assault is insane.
Nesh, do you know what Doom Prison is, or Nesh, or no? Doom Prison? Doom Prison? Yeah.
I don't remember now every name. Like I read the card.
Okay. All right. No, sorry.
I read the card.
Sorry, Pac. I give it to Nesh. My bad, bro. Let's go back. Anyways, Pac, what you were saying?
No, you know what cards are also gonna be insane? I wonder if it's already like.
Oh, this one, yeah, dark one.
A Dust of Gold.
I know what you mean.
A Dust of Gold is crazy.
Dust of Gold is crazy now because they can search all the Dark Fusion cards.
Yeah.
Like because the Dust of Gold, that Dark Fusion or card that mentions it. All the new cards we're talking about all mentions Dark Fusion. So it's actually just crazy because now Dusty Go is actually so like it's actually really good right now. For that reason. So I wonder if that card is probably like I guess it got reprinted, so it's probably not as crazy. But
and also, you know, if you want to be spicy, unfortunately, you can't really combine Fiendsmith with the light fiends of evil heroes because of course heroes
because you're locked.
Because you're locked.
Like
but,
as soon as you breath, you're locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, if you want to be spicy, you can go track, search a Dust and go ditch malicious. You know, if you want to be spicy, that's also an option. I'm not too sure how good it is, but obviously you have Stratos and also E-Calls in the deck, and Stratos can also search Dust and Gold with absolute ease. So, anyways, okay.
Oh,
well, what's up,
bro?
What are you reading now?
A Dust of Gold is completely off the market. There's like the ultra rare is like $60, bro.
I have them. I have 3 ultra. I have 3 ultra. Come on now. That thing's about to be in Stampede as a QCR. It's gonna be so sad. Anyways, all right, guys. So honestly, yo, Pac, do you agree that I'm gonna put Heroes as top contender, like a strong contender, for now?
I'll put a strong contender for now. Like it could be good. It could be fire.
Yeah, honestly, guys, anybody that does not know what these cards do, like Nesh, just don't speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
I did read them.
And after you read them, so after you studied and you read all these cards, you're like, yeah, I know this deck sucks.
It's not that, Chris.
Okay, all right, Nesh. You know what? Yo, Pac, I'm just gonna giving it to Nesh because you know Nesh is really familiar with the old decks because he's not really, he's not really...
all the decks. Those are decks that come out in the next 7 months.
Okay. Anyways, Nesh, what do you think about Salamangreat? You think this deck is good?
Yo, Pac, at my 3, okay? 3, 2, 1. Disney Lorcan. Pac, yo, together. Yo.
Really?
Pac.
Hello, Pac.
Pac.
Bro.
What's up?
What? Like
Salamangreat?
Like, this is a kind of for bro. Like, it's evident. Like, bro, throw that shit in there, man, please. Like,
Why
it is.
not?
Like, let's speed this shit up. Let's speed this shit up. No support, no nothing. The deck is the same as before. We spoke about it.
You want to play Cyberse?
Too.
Just play Malice, bro. Like, come on, please.
Okay.
Useless pile of shit. Yeah.
Okay, how about Runick? Sorry, what do you think about Runick? This deck's still pretty good.
Yeah, no battle phase against the detonator. I cannot wait. Put that shit in the Lorcana too. Probably
Runick's, you know, if Josh's not playing his shit, you know, like, please.
I mean, like, Josh is not playing it, and he's the hardest coper. So, like, imagine.
Okay, how about Fiendsmith, yo.
I mean,
what do you think?
like the best engine currently in the game. So,
bro, just put that shit in the best deck, bro. Like, your deck plays it like it's already broken. You actually played Pier. That's how broken the engine is.
Yeah, guys, Pierce
That's what we did at Bologna.
Yeah, Pierce Fiendsmith with cash. The deck is still very strong. Obviously, right now we're making this video, and the ban list that's only in effect is the previous one that was announced at YCS Anaheim. So obviously this deck is still really strong right now, but obviously if you guys are watching this in the future, where, you know, like let's say 8 months down the line and then Fiendsmith gets hit, we just want to be clear that, you know, we're talking about currently, like this is January right now. Nesh, we gave you a lot of spotlight. Okay, go back to Pac. What do you think about Mementos?
Bro, that deck is insanely broken. Like, insanely broken. I would put it in the best deck. I'm not even trolling right now.
Don't
like,
cap.
Just flash in there.
Wait,
yes, I would actually play right now.
Are you serious? Best decks? You're putting Mementos in there? Don't cap.
Yes, I can explain. So right now, Memento has like a lot of one-card combos. Actually, has the most. It has like 14, like insane. It can dodge all of, like the impactful hand traps of the metagame. And it's just like really good at pushing through boards with this engine alone going second. Yeah, so and the deck doesn't care about Detonator because of like it actually, if you get Detonator, like you can activate Memento Fusion. You can dodge a lot of Detonators actually. So yeah, it's actually really, really good. It has a lot of room for non-engine as well. It's just a really good deck, but a lot of people overlook it because it's a very complicated deck. It's like branded, literally. Like it's too hard to play for most people.
I mean, my main concern is the fact that the deck is by 7 bricks.
The bricks doesn't matter because like if you draw them, you just pop it with Bone Party out of your hand. Most of the bricks aren't even bricks. Like all the cards you consider bricks are like not even bricks. Like Goblin is combo by itself, right? Like Sheepi's a brick, but you can actually combo with Sheep if you have another name. Like it's actually all
Sheep, Gattic, Acheron, Combination.
Yeah,
like,
cards
like
to pop out Bone Party. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares?
Field Spell, and we're already at 6. Like, the deck has
some bricks.
Issues. Yeah, I mean, some bricks.
Yeah, it has some bricks. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you know, take some risks to win some risks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so with that being said, you still think Mementos is still really strong?
Yeah, I think it's very strong. I think it's very strong. Maybe not the best deck, but yeah.
Strong?
That's how I see it.
Maybe not the best deck, but like strong contender, but like top strong contender. Like I'm actually buying this deck to play no cap. Like I have to prove that shit wrong.
Did
bro.
you
like,
buy it max rarity? Go on Pac channel, and the only thing that you need to notice is if he's actually playing the deck max rarity. If he's playing the deck max rarity, that's when you know that he's cooking.
Guys, I just want to let you know that the theory is true. If you play your deck max rarity, you win more, I think.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know what it is, like, bro. It's just like
part of the vibe.
It's just part of the vibe, you know. Like if you know, like we're like imagine like going to like on a date with a girl and you know that you have the Fly's outfit on.
I would never joke about fashion.
Like imagine going on a date.
Exactly.
How confident will you be? Like how confident?
I don't understand. Literally just to give the most common copy, like wrapped around under the shoes of a clochard, and I will still play that.
Nesh, just to sum it up, because you don't go on dates, Nesh. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying right now is if you go out on a date, guys, you wear the nicest fit on, you smell good, you got a haircut.
No, hold up. I'm not talking about dates. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Guys, let me be honest. The reason why Nesh hasn't won a YC yet is because Nesh is kind of like, he's not confident, you know? He's kind of like...
I'm not confident?
He takes like 10 minutes to normal summon Snake Eye Ash in Snake Eye Ash format. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see my deck? You see my Malice deck right here, guys? This thing is maxed out. You don't see me playing... Oh, except for Impulse. Pac has my Impulse, by the way, guys. All right? Pac,
sorry, I robbed him.
Just show him. Show him that you have my Impulse. Just show him you have my Impulse, okay? It's coming in the mail. So, Nesh, what do you think about Mermails?
Playable. The new support does not really support the deck going first.
Okay, so
like the starters are very low.
True.
Unfortunately, it has an 80% consistency, which is not enough. And you should play cards such as Small World, that in my opinion are not very synergistic with the current metagame strategy. So it's just playable.
Okay, so honestly, the deck's still really strong, right? It can still hand loop.
It's very strong.
It's very strong.
It's very strong. But I don't want to put it in strong contender because the consistency is just not there. Like it's actually not consistent.
Yeah, it's missing consistency. Yeah, that's the biggest struggle with the deck I have too.
Okay, so it just doesn't have enough gas. No, it has a lot of gas, but it doesn't have a lot of starters kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Off to Rizio. Without a doubt, we're putting this as the best deck.
Oh my god, best deck. Yeah. Easy.
Okay.
It's like Power Creep Spright.
Power Creep Spright, really insane. Best rank 4 toolbox in the game. Yeah, Rizio is gonna be here for a while, guys. For 2025. I think it's gonna be here till next year. I think it's gonna be the entire year from January to December. I think Rizio is still gonna be very heavily dominant.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it if you add other decks to it, right? Like if you treat this as a sub engine and you add other decks to the Rizio engine, I'm actually not opposed to it.
Honestly, guys, like this might be a hot take, but I feel like I like Ryzeo better than full power Snake Eyes or like full power Yubel. You guys get what I'm trying to say?
I agree because full power Snake Eye is unbreakable.
Exactly. So,
And
yeah. Honestly,
this one is definitely a lot better.
Ryzeo gives you a grind.
Yeah. So like, if you guys were comparing like the best decks versus the best decks, I feel like I would love to be in a Ryzeo format versus a Snake Eye format, because from what I remember from last year is that it's either you're playing Snake Eye or you're bust, or you might as well stay at home. Like that's how Snake Eye format was. Like you either play snakes or you stay at home, and that wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? But with Ryzeos, as you guys see that Ryzeos being the best deck, look how many decks that are able to actually creep up. You know what I'm saying? It's because the deck puts up, interruptions, which are removals, and they don't put up as a crazy Omni Negate. You know what I'm saying? There's no cards. There's no Omnis. You know what I'm saying? So like, so cards like Book of Eclipse or Talents and stuff like that actually helps break the board easily. The deck is very consistent, obviously, which is why it's one of the best decks, and the power of Detonator is just so strong, and dual drive, being just so powerful the way that it is. Obviously, without a doubt, Ryzeo is the best deck, but I definitely prefer this format over like a full power Yubel format as well. Like that was so toxic. I did not like that.
Yeah. We had to find the gear to win that format.
Exactly. So yeah, honestly, I like Ryzeo being here for this year. All right, let's talk about Spright real quick. What do you guys think about Spright?
Playable.
It's definitely playable. It's not bad. It's not a crappy deck. I still think Spright is just like a very solid deck. Definitely put it in playable as well. And with the people be playing Ice Bear, people still play Ice Bear in that, right?
Yeah, they play Ice Bear to put up Toad, and Toad is so like crazy broken.
Yeah, Toad with what is it called?
Swamp Frog.
No. What's the card? The trap card.
Like the Spright trap that takes like your opponent's monster, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. What is it called?
Or it reborns it too.
So it reborns, it takes, or it attaches.
Yeah, it's Spright.
Double cross.
Double cross.
Yeah, double cross. Yeah, double cross is insane. Getting you access is of course totally awesome. Negating and then double crossing it back to have an additional Omni Negate is really good. And that's one of the decks that are really great at putting up Omnis, aka Toad, and Toad can actually steal breakers like Book of Eclipse. It can steal, anything basically, and you can reuse it for yourself, which is actually not that bad. So honestly, I don't think it's a strong contender. It's definitely playable, and I feel like with the right pilot and also with a lot of luck, I feel like this deck can actually do pretty well on like a regional, maybe like 1 or 2 spots here at YCS. But who knows, right? But it's not ass. All right, let's go Dragon Link. So I'm putting here as like Red Eyes Dragon Link in general.
Oh, I think that deck's actually not, bro. I actually think that's good. By the way, this deck, the Metazoa deck. You play like old Dragon.
You're talking about which variant, like
the heavy bestial hand trap variant, not
the heavy bestial hand trap variant with just 6 normal summon, right?
Yeah,
with the safe and the thingy, right?
Yes.
It actually did well at a regional. I think it won a regional, got top 8 at a regional.
I don't want to say strong content. I'm not sure. Like strong content, that seems quite a lot.
But
I'll say it's playable. It's just because it's good because Bistles are good, and it has a very low floor, but the Bistles are being very good, and it can really outgrind a lot of decks. And then the Metazoa is like an absurd card, like so.
Okay, so we're talking about like Dragon Link here, like Dragon Link in general, or just like how
it's literally
Dragon Link Metazoa with like you play the red MD normal summon, you play Safer, and that's it. But then you play all the Red Eyes cards to get access to Metazoa. And your board is literally like Seals plus a Metazoa, and then like just a bunch of hand trap, but you play a lot of Bestials. So like Bestials are good because they convert into engine, or they're also just non-engine into decks that loses Bestials, right? Which all the Fiendsmith cards do. So it's a deck that can outgrind Fiendsmith, is why it's considered, which is why it's good. Essentially.
All right, so we'll put this in playable. Okay, all right. Now off to Ritual Beast. What do you guys think about Ritual Beast?
Lancia is in the format.
Okay, this deck is not definitely Lorcana. Like
it's definitely
it's not Lorcana. It's playable, but like
Lancia. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Lancia really eats this deck.
It's because Lancia hurts it and loses all the fat chummies, right?
It also loses the chummies, Purrley. Oh my god, it also loses the new chummy too.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the new chummy also cooks it. Like so bad.
So everything cooks it.
9 chummies cooks. Yeah.
Honestly,
it's not playable still.
Yeah, it's playable, but it's not the fact that like okay, so obviously like a deck is not gonna have like all 9 chummies Lancia, you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that like this deck, when you queue it into the tournament, you know that your opponent already has 3 Lancias in the side deck. on top of Fua, and if you're playing the new Furos as well, if you're playing the new Chummy as well, Nyarla or something like that, they're also going to be throwing that into your deck. So like you're just playing a deck that queues into more side deck cards that people are playing.
You don't want to play a deck with that many silver bullets, essentially.
Exactly. This deck is still really strong. Like I think Rich will be really strong.
I think it's the best deck in Master Duel right now, but yeah, it's so broken. Like the deck is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So. In Master Duel for sure. In TCG for sure not. So put that shit in play.
All right, Nesh, what are you thinking about Lab?
Okay, Lab is weird, like because every time you need to adapt Lab to a new strategy, right? Like there are 3 ways to play Labyrinth, and if we don't see the format, we don't know how good it's gonna be. It's gonna be for sure playable because Lab is always playable. It's a deck that can adapt. It has a very good versatility into the format.
Yeah,
but it needs to be built in very different ways every time, right? Like we got the Equation Lab, we got the Combo Lab with the Fiendsmith, with the Sharvara and Unchained, and then we got Standard Lab, right? Like the Standard Lab with Jack in the back and stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys
it will depend on how the format will shape, how Lab is gonna be playable, and how it's gonna adapt. It's gonna be for sure playable, but then
it's always playable. As long as you can build
the time will tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so put Lab here. Okay, ladies and gents, Lab as playable. Now we're talking about the Orcust. Wow.
Bro, best deck.
This deck is crazy.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Like, the Link 1, bro, is like Omega Custom. Like, it's not even a real card. And they got a new Link 4, too, which is crazy broken as well.
I have a question, honestly, and these questions for Nesh Pak, because I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with what this deck does. Nesh, what does the Link 1 do, Nesh? Yeah.
It has World Legacy or Babel.
Oh, okay, Pak. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Nesh is searching it right now, but Pak, like, what does it do? What does it do, Pak?
It essentially, so it requires any Orcust or any World Legacy. So like Juan is a World Legacy.
So Harp?
Yeah, you can use Harp. You make it. You can only summon once per turn. Obviously, that's a really good restriction. And then the other thing you have to know, but they made it balanced because you know how like Dingirsu can put itself on top of an Orcust XYZ.
Yes.
So they made it kind of balanced because when you make the new Link 1, you can't put Ding on top of it. It is a restriction that says you cannot use it as a material for a Link, for an XYZ. But yeah, the effect is you send a card from your hand to the grave and you add any World Legacy or any Orchestrated Babel from your deck, or I think grave or deck to your hand.
That's broken.
And then, yeah, it's broken because you can also summon it back by banishing any Orcust card from the grave to bring it back. So it's basically 2 bodies in 1, as you can imagine. So
wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy because now that you have guaranteed Babel off the new Link 1, which I think is also called Galatea. Now you can set Crescendo guaranteed off.
It's Galatea. It's basically like the card is called Galatea.
Yeah, so so the Galatea 1, the Link 1, and then gets Babel.
You just search
Galatea 2
right?
gets Crescendo, which is that's just disgusting. Because now you have guaranteed counter trap, whereas before you only set counter traps in scenarios where you didn't have Babel, right? Or in which you hard drew Babel. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So
there were people also not playing the counter trap, and they would just end on the field spell.
Wow.
Like, during the striker format.
Yeah, I remember that. Wow. So the fact that like this Link 1 gets you access to Babel and a counter trap makes this deck really strong.
Yeah, but the deck is even better because it got a Link 4. And remember, all Orcust monsters become quick effects, right? When you have Babel up. So the new Link 4 is it's actually a Mech Knight card too, funny enough. Wow. But it basically shuffles back or adds it back to your hand. It's crazy. So you add back any Orcust World Legacy card from the banish back to your hand, okay? And that includes counter traps. So you can actually banish Crescendo, then add the Crescendo back from the banish back to your hand, by the way. And then it so if you're like, let's say your Orchestrated Babel gets Cosmic Cyclone, that's why you only need to play 1 because this card adds it back from the banish to your hand. And then you can and then it's optional to shuffle a card from the hand one card from your hand back into the deck to take control of one face-up monster your opponent controlled non-targeting. And that's permanent, by the way. So you can like take someone's Dragoon forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I believe in the graveyard it's also becomes a quick effect, but if this card is in the graveyard, you can actually banish it and then send any card in the field to the grave. So what they do is they usually have this card up, the Link 4 with IP in those G, and then they use the effect to take control of one of your opponent's monsters, and then they IP'd it away. So now it's in the graveyard, and then you can use the graveyard effect to then send another card. So you can take a card and then send a card. You go IP into SP with the link 4, banish a card. SP tags out another card. You have a counter trap, and then you have Symbol bring back Ding to send another card.
Yeah, that grind game is actually insane. Honestly, guys, Yu-Gi-Oh is actually is gonna take more than 2 turns now. If you're both playing grind decks, it's like who can actually outgrind. It kind of like reminds of BA format. I'm not sure if Pac, you remember the format. I'm not sure if you played. Yeah, but the BA format was crazy.
But, you know, I was there in spirit.
You were there. All right, guys. So Orcust, definitely one of the best decks for sure. Nash, what do you think of Chimeras?
I mean, Chimera is a very good engine, good extenders.
What's its flaw?
It lacks of flex spots. Like the issue is when a deck lacks of flex spots is what makes me think that it's not good enough. Generically speaking, it's always a strong contender, but I'm not sure how the amount of flex spot will impact the playability of the deck.
I think the deck is similar to Memento. I would put it in strong contender, at least from my perspective, because it's similar to like Memento in the way it combos and how its engine is very strong at pushing first or second. It just like lacks like that little bit of oomph to put it there.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. The deck is actually very strong when it pops off.
It's like, bro, I lost it at Anaheim. You know that?
Yeah.
The guy went first, comboed me. I got hand loop. It does a combo where you can make Air Eater, dump Chaos Hunter, bring it back off like because the Chimera monsters can banish. So even if I out it once, it can bring it back again. So I was like, bro, like I'm playing Malice. Like I just got triple Chaos Hunter. Like what am I supposed to do? So it's broken. Yeah, it's still broken. And it utilizes the Fiendsmith engine really well, and it makes really good use of Sequentia, right? So yeah, it's just a good deck. It's a good engine deck, but it just lacks like that ability. Like it has a lot of engine requirements. That's definitely like an issue.
All right, guys. So for those of you who are Chimera lovers, definitely a strong pick for 2025. You guys can definitely try it out. All right, guys. What are your thoughts about Melodious? The deck's like one of the cheapest decks ever. No? You guys think it's good?
Yeah, it's playable. I mean, it gets to play the Gamma, which is orange of the orange light, and it gets to play Dominance Purge. Which the fact that I can play those 2 hand traps alone just makes it like good. Like that's just the truth. Like a lot of decks cannot play those hand traps because of the restriction, but these decks can play it freely, and it's just that broken with it. So
all right, so Melodious, guys, there we go. Definitely a playable deck, not in Disney Lorcana tier. All right, what do you guys think about Rescue Ace? Like original?
I already copied for everyone with Rescue Ace. Yeah.
What?
Trash.
Wait, why is it trash?
Why?
Trash. Put that shit.
Like
no
literally,
starters. Literally no starters.
Yeah, there's not enough starters, fam. Like it's just terrible. Like
you have a bunch of breaks.
How about original? Summon Hydrant.
Oh yeah, original.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, Malice.
Yeah, best deck. We don't need to talk about
best deck. It's just fire.
Yeah.
My favorite deck right now.
Yeah, I like it too a lot. It's actually one of my favorite decks. We disagree on the variant.
Yeah, me too. And guys, there's so many baddies in this deck. No cat. All right, let's go Fenrir. Okay, what do you think? Kashtira's.
Pure is trash. Pure is actually trash. But as an engine is good. But Pure is like trash.
Pure Kashtira.
Yeah, Pure.
I mean, even like you could even argue that playing Kashtira right now, it's not good. Like even as an engine, I didn't see any good deck.
Engine right now is not even good. Yeah, so it's just like
the only deck that tried to play it was Malice, and in my opinion, is arguably one of the worst variant of the deck. So
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're putting it in bad.
It's just Lorcana, fam. Like this 2025. Like you need a riser. You know, like if you get a riser, it's good.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And this one,
Tenyi Swordsoul.
Oh, Nesh was like, who's that?
Oh yeah.
Nesh was in. Yo, he's behind. Yo,
he's behind, man. Playable.
Yo, this deck is definitely strong contender, bro. Nesh is coping bad.
Dude, no. You're capping. We were literally spending time together, and we did not figure out how to make it strong enough.
Nah, bro. This deck is literally insane because you know why? It can actually play on Nib consistently now. That's the number one issue with the deck in the current environment, and it beats Imperm. And what's up?
What changed? That I don't know what happened.
Okay, the Tenyi Spirit. Okay, basically with Mula and Hara. Okay, which is the cover art that is being shown here. That can add you the Flawless Perfection, and then the Tenyi Mahara can turn into Monk, which gets you access to Vessel, and Vessel is a 1 card with Monk up
into
a Chao Feng, and then you can do the rest of your line from there, okay?
I know that.
now like it's good because now Mo Yi doesn't actually lose to Imperm, because the biggest issue with Mo Yi, if it gets stopped, bro, you have to play like Shatana to dodge Imperm with Circle and summon Shatana to like play the game. It's terrible, bro. It got a new Tenyi monster called Sura, which you can summon off of Shuna. By the way, it's a level 4 tuner that can summon itself from the hand for free if you control a worm, or you can summon it off of Shuna. So
yeah, the Surya is like, no, but we agreed that the Surya was a defender through Moye anyways, right? Like we agreed on that.
Yes, it's good. Yeah, so I think it's good because
makes simple Chicha.
The only thing bad about it is that it requires a 2-card hand, but this deck has always been a heavy engine deck. Like it's very similar to Memento in the way it's played. No, it's a strong contender. Like I think it's strong. Like I could see myself winning a regional with this deck. I'm not even trolling.
Okay, I can see that.
Like I can actually see myself, bro. Because you want to know why that deck is good? It's because every line in the deck gets Proto. Like you get Protos 1000%. Let me explain to you why Protos is crazy. Because
let me explain you why Protos is crazy. Let me explain you why Protos is crazy.
Okay. Like just think about this. Look. You make Xiaofeng, you cannot get Nib, then you summon.
That's the Oreo combo. I remember that.
Yes. No, it's not the Oreo. This is gonna be just the vanilla part because I'm calling light against Raizio. Nice Fiendsmith cards, nice Raizio cards. You can't summon shit. GG.
Okay.
And I had a hand trap.
It's either vanilla or Oreo combo now. Okay.
Yeah. Against Malice, called Dark. What do you do?
That's the Oreo combo. That's the Oreo
what do you do? They look at you like, please, bro, please. Like, please, bro. I'm playing fires. I promise. Please, just call fire. No, bro. And the thing is, you can actually know what they're playing too, right? You can do it in a combo with Omega.
Yeah, so I remember the Omega line.
Yes, the Omega line. So what you do?
I remember the Oreo combo Omega line variant. I remember that.
So what you do is, so for example, let's say you open Mo Yi plus Ashuna, right? So what you could do is you could let's say you could go normal summon Mo Yi, reveal, and then you make Omega, you draw a card off Mo Yi, and then you go Omega, banish a card from their hand. After you banish a card from their hand, you can usually tell what deck they're playing off that, right? Off that alone, and then afterwards you can determine what you want to Protoss for, light or dark, and it's just game, just drafts.
Yeah. Just a little disclaimer: we are calling the Oreo combo for the combo that locks both dark and lights for the opponent.
Yeah.
So Xiaofeng would stop the lights, and Protoss would stop the darks. That's why it's called the Oreo combo, because it's the perfect combination of two flavors, chocolate and vanilla. Okay, that's it.
No, yo, honestly, I think the fact that, if the format still shifts to like a bestial format where everybody's playing bestials and nibs and like no actual real hand traps, I feel like Swordsoul can be actually insane because bestials don't even hurt them.
And
the fact that Protoss
my issue was the fact that it's heavy on engine. Like Pac knows that, like that. My concerns were the fact that this deck is very heavy on engine, which.
Yes, it's like a Memento Chimera deck. It's like a Memento or a Chimera deck. But if I do like combo, you lose 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's still a good enough deck.
All right, guys. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it for Swordsoul Tenyi. All right, next we got Yubel. What do you guys think about Yubel? I think it's strong contender. I still think it's like really strong.
It's still broken. Honestly, it's still broken.
Guys, I still play this deck right now. I think it's really. I'm playing this and Malice right now currently.
Yeah, you don't want to learn shit,
bro. Okay, yo, Nash. I know Malice. Okay. I swear to you. I swear.
Yeah, I remember your last code. Nash, I don't have time.
No.
Nash, I have to work.
No.
Nash, I have to run another video. Nash, do you understand that I don't have time? I have to play you, man. I remember you. Those were your words.
Crazy, bro.
But guys, Pac knows I've been grinding Malice for the past month now.
Yeah.
But also, I've been testing Yubel back and forth, every day. I'll be honest, right now I'm leaning towards Malice because I played Yubel and I played against Pac and he changed my mind. I got absolutely wiped. I actually got scored.
That you got absolutely axed.
No, bro. Not even axed. I got obliterated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he was like, yo, bro, I got the goo, bro. Like, trust. I'm like, okay, let's go. I queued the mouse. Like, he's like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah, I literally got destroyed. I literally got destroyed by Pac. And like, this is me going first as well, too. Like, I actually got destroyed. And anyways, what I was saying with Yubel is like, obviously, I still think this deck is very strong. Even the fact that Phantom Yubel is at 1. Phantom Yubel is actually really good. The way that you actually, at one, it's still fine, but the way you actually play this deck now isn't like, you're not trying to end on God board every single time, because ending on God board is actually not, it's like praying for too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you can end on the God board, and let's say you're playing, you queue into Striker Malice, yeah, you win the duel. You know, if they're not gonna hand trap you a single time, you make the God board, this deck is never losing with that board. It's impossible. Yeah. It's impossible, okay? But now the way that you approach with Yubel, for those of you who want to learn play Yubel, is that you actually just make like for example, Caesar, Rage, Phantom is all you need, you know? And making that board is actually through like 2 hand traps to like Ash, Veiler, or double Veiler, double Imperm. You can actually end on a board like that with just like getting hand trapped, right? Which is what you're trying to, you know, the new approach to this deck is like, yes, you're playing, you know, trying to like make on like the most minimal board as possible, and then backed up with hand traps, you're more likely just gonna win the game. So I like this deck. The only main issue about this deck is the fact that you now have to go over 40. Well, you always play over 40 with this deck, like 41, 42, but now you actually have to play 50 to try to fit in all the non-engine that you have in the deck. You're playing 3 openings as well, which is absolutely insane. You have more starters in the deck, but then with more starters, like if you're playing opening, like especially at 3, you have to consider playing the Chaos Summoning Beast. So like you actually, like that's the only issue with this deck, is that this deck has too many bricks, bro. It's so bricky.
Yeah.
It's actually too bricky. Yeah. Like seeing you bound your opening hand is like the worst thing. Like you're too bricked up, eh? Yeah. I'm just not bricked up in that way, but like you're actually bricked up because it's just like,
yo, you bricked up some.
Not like I'm bricked. Like I bricked, okay? Not bricked up. I bricked, Nesh, okay? When you brick, you know what bricking is? Strong contenders. Okay, FireKings. This deck is definitely it's still one of the best decks, right?
It's just ass, I think. Ass.
Like why?
No original, not it's not consistent.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Original Gobanengo. Let it go. Let it go. The chicken is expired. Okay, go on.
Okay.
You like the Disney song in the?
Yeah, I love it. I was dancing.
In the ass putting the Lorcana, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, what do you think about Tearlaments?
I actually think it's like playable.
Really?
It's like definitely not the like. I mean, like I want to put it in Lorcana tier, but it's like between both. I would say. It just plays like. Yeah, I would say it plays like a bunch of good cards. Like you can play the Kashtira cards, like you know the horror stuff. Like it's a very heavy engine deck. And you can play a lot of breakers. So it's very similar to like a Memento, like you know, Chimera Fiendsmith type deck, but it's just like it has a really bad dweller issue, you know, and I think that's in of itself is a lose condition. So I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
All right, Branded guys, what do you think about Branded?
It will always remain a strong contender in my heart.
In your heart, but how about in reality, not in your heart, Nesh?
I'm playable, right? I think it's playable.
I like it.
Okay, playable. Brandon, why do you guys think it's playable?
I can see that.
Why do you guys think it's playable?
Like the issue is that now again we are in a floor meta in which if you get entrapped, you need engine record, like you need engine in rotation. Brandon does not have engine in rotation. That's basically the main reason.
Once Brandon plays, you always win. So like you don't need but then once you lose, you don't really have a strong like recovery. You know, that's like the main thing with it.
Okay, all right. So lack of recovery, lack of non-engine. If it gets also in a heavy format or Bystials right now. So Bystials absolutely cooks this deck, especially on Brandon and Red.
Yeah, it's playable.
Yeah, it's playable. Okay, all right. Okay, Tenpai, what do you guys think?
Probably strong contender or best deck. It's actually mad good right now.
Why?
Strong contender.
Why?
Striker Tenpai is dominating actually.
Why? Striker Tenpai is cooking right now. Yeah.
How?
I mean, don't ask me how. Ask why they didn't they killed it, but like it suddenly came back. like you snipe the dragon and they suddenly survive. It always happens. And so they play 3 trust, they play striker cards, they play a lot of cards to draw.
Oh, wow. So that's the new approach on it now. You just striker draw, thrust for terraforming, sand, get summoning game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you're just baiting out stuff with the striker cards and then you just activate Kaiman in his game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Less consistently. So that's why I would say it's strong contender. Okay. But it's actually doing pretty well. It's not bad at all.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, we got Goblin Biker. What do you guys think about Goblin Bikers?
I mean, Goblin Biker is...
It's not bad either. It has a crazy Ryzo matchup though. I'm pretty sure it shits on Ryzo 9 out of 9 times.
I think it's playable, but because the engine alone does not like it's good the fact that you can detach from your opponent monsters using the Goblin Biker cards, but like the engine alone in itself, it does not create good boards in my opinion. It's not good enough.
Yeah, that's what you have to play with Fiendsmith and stuff. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's playable.
Okay, all right. You guys know this one? XYZs? The new ABCs?
No.
Nah, I actually don't know, bro. What the heck?
You actually know the new ABCs?
You tell us, Sam, what do you think about those?
Oh yeah, bro. It's just another ABC archetype, man. I think it's really awesome. Do you guys know Ultimate Controller or no? The new enemy controller fusion?
No, what?
You guys don't know the new enemy controller fusion? Yeah, it's called Ultimate Controller.
Like, bro, what is this? Like Ultimate Controller. Like, what is that? Like, what even is that? I don't even.
Sorry. Union Controller.
This shit has to be asked.
No, it's
what?
not. It's pretty good.
Bro, that shit is a fusion?
Yeah, it's a fusion. Yeah, and you contact fuse into it. It's like a one-card combo.
Is this the good?
Oh wait, you can search the field spell. Hold on.
Yeah, you search Union Hanger. Search any monster or Union card.
These are like the X, the Y's, and the Z's, right?
Like, yeah, it's like ABCs. ABCs. No, you play with ABCs.
XYZs.
You play with ABCs.
Oh, you play with ABCs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like ABC, XYZ?
Yes, ABC, XYZ, baby. ABC, XYZ. Come on, ABCs 1 to 3.
You know why it's called ABC? Like, you know why it's called XYZ?
Why?
Because in wrestling was the last combo before, like, the final blow.
Okay.
Right.
That's lore.
Oh, really?
All
right. Honestly, guys, I think this deck is actually it's very playable. Honestly, we haven't seen this deck in action yet, but I know that it's actually going to be able to put up like unbreakable boards. The consistency power of this deck is actually insane. But like I said, from looking at it right now, I feel like it just lacks a lot of non-engine. You know, searching. Bro, do you guys know what Union Hanger does? Do you guys know what Union Hanger does or no?
Yeah, that card I do. That card is broken.
Yeah, so the fact that Union Control can search Union Hanger, you know, of just summoning that card really easily with the new.
Yeah, no, bro, I'm just not trying to normal summon A. Like, that's it. Like, I can see myself normal summoning B, maybe.
Okay. All right.
Cool. But like, I cannot see myself normal summoning A.
All right, guys. So we're putting this as a playable for now. It's not as.
I can see that.
Okay. Do you guys know about the Jurracs?
I did read them. Oh yeah, I remember the new Synchro 10 was like crazy, like Meteor or something. I remember looking into it for a little bit. Because I know they got like it's a but it's like a
one that destroys all the cards on the field.
Yeah, it destroys all the cards and you send back a tuner. And I think there's like a way you like do it on your opponent's turn or something, isn't there? Or I think like if your opponent special summons a monster, because the field spell says your opponent special summons a monster and the activate monster effects 4 more times this turn, you just cheat it out. And it counts as a synchro summon, so it's properly summoned. So, the new Jurrac Volcano field spell is actually broken for the deck. I'm pretty sure.
What I like is the fact that you received a new Tanner, which we should have received 2 years ago, but that's okay. Like, they always come late. It's Jurrac Megalo, the new level 1 Tanner that can also special summon itself from the end instead of being a brick like the old Jurrac Aeolo. Dino as an archetype was always going to be considered playable no matter how you put it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because there's just strong Dino cards, and Fossil Dig is like, it's really Rhoda and almost return, and Rhoda's banned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the deck literally has a card that is one of the best consistency cards in the game. Like Fossil Dig is like one of the best cards ever.
I agree with Pac. And honestly, guys, I think upon release, I think it's playable with the current format that we're in right now. It's definitely a playable deck that you can play the locals and also regionals. But depending on the ban list, if Miscellaneous Source comes back to 3, I'm a huge Dino fan.
Bro, I'm waiting for that.
Honestly, I'm just thinking about it now. Some decks that we're missing, from the top, so which we're going to mention right now. I have 2 decks. Where do you guys think Dragonmaid will place?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at the Dragonmaid cards. I'm pretty sure those cards are just broken, by the way. Like, have you read the new fusion? Like, that card is crazy. Like, crazy insane. And I think Dragonmaid will probably be a deck again. Like, it probably will be good again. Because,
all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the new Dragonmaid cards are, like, absurd. Like, they're all, like, insanely high quality.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much quickly talking about the new Dragonmaids. Okay, what do you think about the new Dragon Rulers, Pac? What do you think about them?
Bro, the cards, I'm actually excited for them. I've never played full power Dragon Ruler format, but if anyone does, I heard it's, like, really fun.
I remember that there is the XYZ one, right? 1 second.
Yeah.
The new ruler cards, there is the XYZ that cheat them out.
The XYZ has been out already, but yeah, there's going to be more XYZ. Basically, you're going to get light and dark Dragon Rulers. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Dragon Rulers got brand new light and dark Dragon Rulers, the big forms and also the baby forms as well.
Those are just nostalgia deck, right? Like I don't see why.
I think it's gonna be. I think you're gonna play like Dragonmaid, Dragon Rulers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't see myself playing Blaster. I can see myself maybe playing Tempest, but I will never see myself playing Tidal or
but you know how like because you know the Dragonmaid monsters like are all different attributes. There's like fire, wind, whatever.
Yeah.
So you would play Dragonmaid, Dragon Rulers, and it has really good synergy. And you basically playing like a evolved version of Dragon Link, basically.
Yeah.
And it would actually be pretty good, I think. So I actually think they're insane, and the quality of the new Dragon Rules are really good. And yeah, I just think it's gonna be really insane.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. Talking about the decks that we haven't covered. If we missed anything, please let us know in the comment section below. So yeah, the last couple bits was about Dragon Rulers, Dragon Maids, and of course a little bit of a Punk, the new cards. And this is pretty much our tier list, guys. These are the best decks. These are the strong contenders. These are playable decks. And anything you see on the last row, please don't even consider it if you actually want to actually do well here in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Subscribe to Pak, subscribe to Nesh.
I mean, thank you for inviting us once again.
Of course.
It's always a blessing being with you, Sam.
Of course, bro.
Your community is also very warming. I love you all. I read every of your guys' comment. And that motherfucker that keeps writing, I cannot understand Nash, put subtitles, I'll find you. But it's okay. I wish you guys a wonderful day.
Okay. All right, guys.
And I'll see you next time.
These are the top best decks tier list for 2025 Yu-Gi-Oh! This is your boy Sam, Pak, and Nesh signing out. All right, guys.
Peace.